5 habits you must quit after 60 to stay healthy, strong, and independent. As we age, some of the habits that felt harmless in our 40s and 50s can become silent health risks in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. In fact, many people between ages 65 and 80 are unknowingly doing things each day that are slowly weakening their bodies, damaging energy, strength, and even longevity. This guide reveals 5 dangerous habits older adults must stop immediately. These changes are simple but powerful, and if you're ready to protect your body and mind, this is your wake-up call. Stay with me to the end. Habit 5 is the most overlooked, and it might be the one that's affecting you right now. Habit 1, sitting for too long without moving. You might think, I go for a walk every morning, so I'm staying active. But if you're also sitting for hours each day, watching TV, reading, or browsing your phone, you could still be damaging your health. Even people who exercise daily can suffer from the effects of prolonged sitting. Research shows that long periods of sitting can slow down your metabolism, weaken your leg muscles and core, increase joint stiffness, reduce circulation, raise the risk of blood clots, weight gain, and cognitive decline. Think about this. Have you ever stood up after sitting for a while and felt tightness in your back or stiffness in your knees? That's your body's way of saying, I need to move. Real story, George, 72. George thought walking his dog once a day was enough, but his legs felt weaker and his back hurt more with each passing month. His doctor explained that it wasn't about how much he exercised, it was about how often he broke up his sitting time. George began setting a timer to stand up every 30 to 45 minutes, stretch, or walk around the room. Within a few weeks, he noticed better circulation, reduced back pain, and more energy throughout the day. Quick test. If you've been sitting for over an hour, stand up right now. Stretch your legs, roll your shoulders. If you feel instant relief, your body needs more of that consistently. Habit 2, ignoring protein intake and losing muscle without realizing it. One of the biggest dangers after 60 is losing muscle mass, and it often happens slowly and silently. The technical term is sarcopenia, and it begins to affect many adults in their 60s and 70s. It reduces your strength, balance, and energy. And here's the catch. Even if you eat a good amount of food each day, you might still not be getting enough protein to maintain your muscle. As you age, your body uses protein less efficiently, meaning you actually need more of it, not less, to stay strong. Without enough protein, your body slowly breaks down muscle, and you may start noticing trouble standing up from a chair, difficulty carrying groceries, shortness of breath, or unsteadiness when climbing stairs. Real story, Richard, 68 Richard, thought he was eating well, but over time, his arms got thinner, his energy dropped, and he felt wobbly walking long distances. His doctor tested his muscle mass and found signs of decline. He recommended Richard increase his daily protein by adding lean meats, chicken, turkey, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, beans and lentils, nuts and seeds. After just a few weeks, Richard felt stronger and more confident on his feet. Try this. Sit down in a sturdy chair, then stand up without using your hands. Was it easy? If not, your body could be signaling a need for more protein and possibly light strength exercises. Habit 3, neglecting sleep and damaging your body's repair system. You might have heard that older adults don't need as much sleep, but that's one of the biggest myths in health. Your body needs sleep to restore muscles, balance hormones, improve memory, support your immune system, prevent heart disease and brain fog. Unfortunately, many people over 60 develop poor nighttime habits, like falling asleep in front of the TV or staying up too late, that lead to light interrupted sleep. Over time, this contributes to daytime fatigue, poor focus, high blood pressure, mood swings, higher risk of memory decline. Real story, Frank, 71 Frank, thought it was normal to sleep just 5 or 6 hours, but he was always tired, foggy, and more forgetful than usual. After speaking with his doctor, he created a new bedtime routine, avoiding screens 1 hour before bed, limiting caffeine after 2 p.m., going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, keeping his room cool and dark. Within weeks, his energy returned, his blood pressure improved, and he began waking up refreshed for the first time in years. Sleep check. When you wake up, do you feel alert and clear-minded, or do you need coffee, a long stretch, and 30 minutes just to feel normal? If it's the latter, your sleep may be failing you. Habit 4. Avoiding balance exercises and increasing your risk of falling. By the time most people reach their 60s or 70s, they've stopped challenging their balance. No more bending, hopping, or quick footwork. And at first that might not seem like a problem, but over time it leads to serious consequences. Here's the truth. If you're not training your balance, you're losing it, and poor balance is one of the biggest risk factors for falls. The one cause of injury among seniors in the United States. Falls can lead to broken hips or wrists, long hospital stays, loss of independence, fear of walking, higher risk of cognitive decline. The scariest part? Most people don't notice their balance slipping until it's too late. Real story, Shirley, 74 Shirley, had always considered herself pretty steady. But one day, she tripped over a curb, fell, and broke her wrist. After that, her confidence vanished. She stopped walking alone, avoided stairs, and began relying on her cane more than ever. Her physical therapist introduced simple balance exercises, heel-to-toe walking, standing on one foot near a chair, and light strength training. Within 3 weeks, Shirley's balance improved. She felt more in control and less afraid to move. Try this quick at-home balance test. Stand near a counter or chair and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without grabbing support? Do you feel wobbly or unstable? If so, your balance may already be declining. The good news? You can train it back, and it doesn't take much. Simple daily balance exercises. Heel-to-toe walk. Walk in a straight line with your heel touching the toe of your other foot. Do this for 10-15 steps. Single leg stand. Stand on one foot for 10-15 seconds, then switch legs. Hold a chair if needed. Sit to stand without hands. Stand up from a chair without using your arms. This strengthens your thighs and trains your core. Essential for staying upright. Just 5-10 minutes a day of balance work can cut your fall risk by over 50%. Habit 5. Wearing the wrong shoes and damaging your knees and back. This final habit may seem simple, but it's one of the most common and most overlooked. Wearing the wrong shoes can throw off your entire posture, weaken your balance, and add stress to your knees, hips, and back. And no, we're not talking about high heels. Even comfortable-looking shoes can cause problems if they lack arch support, are too soft, or too flat, have worn-out soles, are loose around the heel. Over time, bad footwear can lead to knee pain, hip tightness, plantar fasciitis, slower walking, higher fall risk. Real story Michael, 69 Michael, always wore soft loafers around the house. He liked the comfort, but his back and knees began to ache more each month. A foot specialist checked his shoes and discovered they lacked proper arch support and heel stability. Michael switched to shoes with firm soles, a proper heel cup, and better shock absorption. Within days, his posture improved, and over time, his pain decreased dramatically. How to choose the right shoes after 60. Look for shoes that have a firm but cushioned sole, offer good arch support, fit snugly around the heel, not loose, don't bend in the middle too easily. Have non-slip soles for walking safely on different surfaces. Tip: if you can fold your shoe in half, it's probably too soft for your joints and back. Also, don't rely on old shoes, even if they still look fine. Most walking shoes should be replaced every 6-12 months if worn regularly. Final recap. The 5 habits to stop after 60. Let's summarize everything. These 5 common habits may seem minor, but together they can silently weaken your legs, your balance, and your independence. Sitting too long. Break up your sitting time every 30-45 minutes. Eating too little protein. Aim for 20-30 g per meal to preserve muscle. Skipping quality sleep. Get 7-8 hours of deep, restful sleep. Avoiding balance training. Add daily exercises to reduce fall risk. Wearing the wrong shoes. Choose supportive, stable footwear. Here's what you can do starting today. Stand up during commercial breaks. Add 1 hard-boiled egg or yogurt to your breakfast. Swap out old slippers for shoes with arch support. Do a 2-minute balance drill before lunch. Power down screens 30 minutes before bed. Each change may feel small, but when added together, they build a stronger, more stable, more energized you. One final word. Your future depends on today. Aging doesn't mean losing strength. It doesn't mean giving up movement, and it certainly doesn't mean accepting decline as normal. You have more control than you think. Your legs can stay strong. Your balance can improve. Your posture can realign. Your energy can return. It just takes a few smart changes and the courage to start.